What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcast with ESPARZA coming to you live with the incredibly intense royalty-free music that has apparently been raided from a discotheque out in Germany to let you guys know that, yes, we are here to announce congratulations to the Las Vegas Kings, who have very, very impressively won a season here at the PGF. We're very, very pleased to do that. But Tim, we have a lot more to do. And yes, this is Tim Freeman, live and in person. Just initial thoughts from tonight's incredible evening thus far in.
Oh, we coronated the Las Vegas Kings 2026 Season 9 champs. We saw the first loss of Sean Melanson in Season 9 at the hands of Mr. PGF himself, Elijah Carlton. We saw Jet Thompson go undefeated. We saw Chewy Magana become a star in Season 9. And we saw Roberto Jimenez's brother, Mateos, have to come in off the bench and go up against Kevin Buring and pull them to a draw. So a lot of exciting matches tonight. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Kings, Kevin Lucas, the whole gang there, class act. They really have set the standard in the PGF for what it means to be a franchise. And this is the first season of the franchise era. And I think it's fitting that the franchise of the Las Vegas Kings walks away with the title today.
You know, one story here that I think was incredibly difficult to follow was the fact that it seemed like a foregone conclusion that they were going to win. But there was a very tense second block here. How was it like on commentary for you when there was a very tension-filled Kings versus Twisters series of matches?
Yeah, there was definitely going into that block. That was going to be the Twisters' chance to throw their best hitters in their lineup. We're going to get an at-bat and get a chance to get it done. The tension was there, but right after the first, I'm trying to remember the first matchup of that block. It was J.J. Bowers, and he was going, who was his matchup against? Do you remember? I think is he subbing for the Kings? They brought him in as like a last-minute replacement.
Yeah, I think Chewy ended up going out. So
Chewy went out.
That's
right.
And, you know, there was a lot of stuff that was happening behind the scenes where it's like JJ actually was covering for a injured Jared
Facchetti.
Yep. And then
Chewy went out.
Chewy went out, and that was when CJ came in. So anybody with a J in their name was on reserve.
Yeah, so the Twisters had a moment there where they could have capitalized in a matchup that could have went their way, at least to get some momentum, and it just didn't happen like they needed it to happen. Having said that, the Twisters just came into the league last year, and if the Las Vegas Kings, and I had a chance to chat with Kevin Lucas just on the side about this, if they don't get a gem out of Chewy Magana, then they're fighting the Twisters tonight. It's not a foregone. And they might not be winning tonight. Chewy Magana literally came through clutch for the Kings, showed up in a big way, put major points on the board all season, and made it possible for them to kind of ride through this.
And, you know, Jared didn't necessarily score points after that first week, but getting on the board and having all of your team be in the top 10 was an incredible way to start off a very, very tense thing. You know, Tim, we're very short on time because you have a lot of stuff to do. Tim is actually going to head out of here in just a second, and he's going to fly on over back. But I really do feel like this. For you, who were the unsung heroes aside from Chewy? Like, who are some people you want to give some props out to before you head on out, sir?
You know, a few guys. Namely, the Colorado Wolverines came in, faced serious adversity. We were talking about them possibly being eliminated the second week of the season, and Caleb Crump, in a major way, just kept bringing it the best that he could. We saw Jaden Groner go off, right, put major points up on the board, and really kind of put a gold star on a season for them that maybe could have turned out really, really bad, right? So I got to say the Wolverines, that whole group did a fantastic job given the rough start that they got off to.
And, we were posing this question. The record will reflect it was closer than advertised. The Wolverines ended up with 61 points.
Yeah,
the
did.
Phenoms were at 74. So when I kept saying, it's between the two of them, I wasn't far off.
Right.
And they had good moments between the two of them. And what you did find tonight was the Kings being able to maintain a lead, won 143 to 128 over the Twisters. In third place, the Phenoms at 74, and the Wolverines capping up the rear at 61. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about in the postseason, I'm sure. But for right now, it was just an incredible scene to see this whole season. The Kings were able to take what they couldn't do last year and funneled it into a team collective this year. And that's why I think you're seeing them celebrate so nicely, so happy. And to the other three teams, there were some incredible moments. I got to chop it up with different teams and kind of give them their props. And I was very, very excited. What was it like, though, for you on commentary tonight? What was it like with TJ and for you and Jason Anik doing your business all together?
I mean, there was a sense that destiny was on the Kings side, that these guys were going to ride this through, that there weren't going to be any missteps tonight. But as sports fans that we all are, there always is that comeback story. There always that's why we love sports so much. And that was really the thread through most of the conversation is what do the Twisters need to do? And can the Kings hold them off? Who's going to jump into that last spot on the playoff bubble? There were some guys that had a chance. Derek had a chance. We know he could have. Cam Hurd had a chance. They were all within striking distance. But nobody was able to make the leap that Groner did. And hats off to him because he did it on the night you need to do it. You need to do it in week 4.
What was great about his moment was he captured his spot, getting to 25, and no other person could get there. So that was a really clutch moment for him. And once he did that, once he essentially got up to 25 points, we had our solidified 8. No matter what happened, we knew those were going to be our 8. And that is a very, very incredible place to be. We'll talk more about those folks a little bit later, but just to let you guys know, we will have the entire Kings team joining us a little bit later, and then coming back in just a few minutes, we'll have Derek Rayfield. I'm sure you guys have questions for him. Feel free to hit us up with those questions, and then of course we're going to be speaking with Brett Moyer as well. But for right now, Tim, why don't you tell the people, you got to get on out of here.
I do.
Do the plugs, tell the people about you, and just some last thoughts as you get on out of here, sir.
Yeah, so just last thoughts. Great week. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Kings. Congratulations to Elijah Carlton. Pulled off a major win tonight against Sean Melanson. Raph, hats off to you. Holding down the fort, running this thing as a one-man show it's insane with 2, but 1 is just pure craziness, and you do some really great stuff, and it always is a super privilege to work with you. So
likewise,
thank you very
dude.
much.
I'm so happy you're here. And guess what? He'll be back here next week for the playoffs. We'll do a proper post-show roundup, and Tim will be here for that. So I see a note here from Jiu-Jitsu Panda, one of your biggest fans, someone entirely indifferent to me, but they love you.
Oh, I love these are all my boys back in Nashville.
These are your boys
guys,
back.
yes.
Oh, Jiu-Jitsu Panda. Well, you should love them. That's great.
And major props to Gio Ortiz coming out.
Absolutely.
Getting a great win. It just made me feel good on a personal level.
Tim was up there recording like a soccer mom.
I was.
He definitely got his phone out and was just like, "Ay, mijo, you so good. No, look over here, okay?"
You got
That's
me.
cute.
I was.
It was definitely there. Tim, go catch your flight.
Yep.
But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much for watching and welcome to the official PGF Season 9 post show. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcast with ESPARZA. We are coming to you live from the PGF series finale. I was going to say series finale. We're not done forever. I'm just pointing that out. But yes, we are going to have a bunch of people in the behind the scenes area. You could see the PGF Kings going ahead, celebrating their championship. But as of this evening, we have made some history. They have become the first in the major franchise era to take home a big prize. And I know there are teams that are putting them in their sights because we do know the St. Louis Outlaws are coming up very, very soon. So lots of good stuff. And I see, look at this. I don't know why there's broccoli, but there's broccoli there. So I'm just going to go ahead and post it in. Yes, super great day for us. We are going to do our best to start bringing in the folks, but I do see a Derek Rayfield that just walked by and walked on over. It's one of the beautiful things about doing a post show is they know they're supposed to come here, and we said we would be flexible, so we're going to get him here in a second. But look at this, Raph. Well, thank you very much. Good to see and hear from everybody. Hopefully it is not too loud for you guys. When we put up the microphones, the music was blaring, so we wanted to try and equal it out. So hopefully it has gotten there, and it is in a good spot. But I'm going to go ahead and look behind me and see if I can get... Hey, Brett, can you get Derek for me? Yes. All right. Brett is going to come on a little bit later, but first we did promise Derek Rayfield to go ahead and start this on off. If you have questions for him, and I'm sure you might, go ahead and hit him in the chat because it's going to be very interesting. And here he comes. Some people have said the Rodman side of him was dominating not only on the mats, but also occasionally a little disruptive on and off. I'm happy to bring somebody who's always been a delight to me, but granted, I'm not a shot clock guy. Welcome back to the show, Derek Rayfield. Derek, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Hey.
Great to be here. I always appreciate what you do.
You say that. And you know what the wild thing is, Derek? I have to figure this out. You were so nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always think, but what if I did something wrong? Are you going to tell me to go F myself?
100%.
Okay.
Here's the thing, is like people are always saying like you got to be more respectful, this, that, and the other. Respect is a two-way street. If I'm not getting respect my way, you're not going to get respect your way. You know what I mean? So
okay.
You've always been respectful of me, and I'm always going to return that.
I hope so. But I never know how people take jokes, so it's a very difficult world.
I
but,
take it very easily.
Well, you are pretty good with jokes, and you've got a funny sense of humor. The problem was, last week, we're sitting here, and then I'm like, hey, kid, if you could do us a solid and not get in trouble, it would really be cool. And then what happened at the end of the night?
Yeah, I got into a little bit of trouble, and my intention was not get in trouble. I talked to Brandon, too, but the same thing I'm saying, like, respect's a two-way street. If I'm not being respected as an athlete, if you're just here to get a paycheck and eat chips on the side, like, you're disrespecting what I do as a profession, and you need to be called out for it. And he was off the shot clock this week, and in my, like, I don't know what the view is for the fans or whatever, I felt like this week I was able to do jiu-jitsu, and there was no disruptions, and it was exciting, and I feel like it was the best week of this season as far as how things are called and how exciting the matches were.
Well, let's talk about tonight. What did the night feel like for you?
Going into this week, I've been frustrated for the last 4 weeks. Like I said, I feel like I haven't really been able to do jiu-jitsu all that often. Like everything is getting disrupted for me. This week, I had the matchup that I really wanted in Jet Thompson, and I was super excited for it. And to have that in a match where I feel like everything was called correctly, I think there even were times where I could have been on the shot clock a little quicker, and it would have been chill. But yeah, no, it was just super fun, and I ended the night with a really cool-looking submission, and that's all I'm trying to do.
I want to give you a prop moment because what I saw for you tonight was you made this direct appeal after. So most people, when they get out of here, are saying things like, here are my sponsors, here's my business, here's my brand. You made a nice appeal for Andrew Cockle. Tell us why you decided to do that with your last few minutes of airtime on the broadcast.
Yeah, no, Andrew has been such a delightful soul. He's actually like one of the coolest people I've got to meet with the PGF, and it's one of the best things about the PGF is you get on a team and you meet all these cool people. And I don't know how the experience is for everyone else, but the two teams I've been on, I've been able to create like some really long-term friends and really cool people that I wouldn't have known otherwise. And Andrew's one of those guys. I feel like he was putting up highlights the entire season, and I think he got like one money bag when I feel like he deserved way more. You know, he was going out here. His wife's pregnant. It was her birthday at one of these weeks, and he deserved way more. And unfortunately, one of the things that happens is people get hurt, and I really just want him to, like, I know in the financial state that I'm in, if I break my arm, I gotta really figure some stuff out. So I just want that to not be the case for him. I want him to be taken care of.
That was a really cool moment because it spoke to the connection that you guys had. There is this great moment where I saw on social media he was leaving and he was offering up his Head and Shoulders or shampoo, or what was he offering to you guys as a parting gift?
He offered us his lotion. We're trying to make a video for that little skit video I made, and we start recording, and he turns to us. He's like, "You guys want this lotion?" Like, there's nothing crazy funny about that, but the timing of it was one of the funniest moments. I hope I'm on my deathbed and remember that moment. Andrew offering me his lotion.
I just saw the way it broke both you and Sean, and you're a good audience. You laugh at a good joke. Sean, to me, probably is not going to be the person you want in the front row if you're doing stand-up comedy, because I think when he's really like laughing hard, you kind of see him do one of these, which is like, that's a really good joke to Sean. Yeah. And it's not that he doesn't have a good sense of humor. It's just that's how he laughs.
He's a very cold persona, where he's not actually that cold, but like the way he comes off is very cold. There was a moment, I don't know if you saw the BTS this week. We were going into the tunnels, and I had to like pull back a curtain with like a big X on it, and I was terrified. And Sean was right behind me, and I'm like, dude, I'm really scared right now. And Sean's just like, yeah, this is really scary. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if you're feeling the same thing I'm feeling, but I'm terrified at this moment.
I love the fact that everybody has a different personality. His personality shows where it's almost like an undersell. Yeah. So it's almost like if you shot Sean Melanson, he'd look at it and be like, damn, I got shot.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's how it would probably go,
that's
right?
That's 100% how it feels, yeah.
But
he's a little bit more like outgoing in the sense that he's not so cold all the time.
No, but I think the weird part is I think there's the way you present, and then I think there's how you are behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime he was behind the scenes, came up, shook everybody's hand, super funny, super relaxed. And I know we have bypassed now the shit-giving business that sometimes takes people a certain amount of time to feel like you could just give somebody shit. I was like, oh, okay. He's just going to be a troll.
Yeah.
That's his form of humor. Got it. And from there, it's just like, what's up, dude? He's like, not much, man. Just not putting up points, you know? And I'm like, I don't know, bro. You're still putting up some points. You're in the playoffs, so you don't get to bitch.
Yeah, and he's going to win this whole thing. Like, I've told him, like, basically since week 2, like, outside of myself, I feel like he's the best guy here. And, you know, it's kind of crazy saying that, not even making playoffs or whatever, but, you know.
Not this time.
I truly feel that he's going to come in and just upset people. And
he's a hard matchup, bro. Like, just for anybody on any given day, he does seem like he's a big problem, and consistently you can say he put it on a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fair statement. Do you have a favorite memory from this season? Like, one that sticks out that you really kind of hone? It could be on or off the mats.
It's the lotion.
It's the lotion was the
You don't understand the perfect timing of what happened. Like, we were walking in, he was acting normal. We put on the camera, and he just turns and goes, "You guys want my lotion?"
But you know what it is? It's that Andrew, I hope you're watching from home and know we miss you here, because he was on a heater and really essentially was still in playoff contention all the way to the end. But there's this moment where when he's in the sling and he has a heavy Philly accent on him, you know, and it looked like last week when I think it was Groner who was behind him as he's in the sling and they're talking with Alex. It looked like they got Groner to be his translator. Is just from the photo of it. And I go, oh no, the thing is, I go, I can't make fun of him because he's such a beloved dude. And he was a great, like, he's a good mix where incredibly savage on the mats, has really like psycho eyes when he was hitting those great moments. And then you see in the BTS, he's like, hey, can I wish my like wife happy birthday? And I go, oh my God, I didn't see that guy on the mats at all.
He's one of the most authentic people I've ever met. There's never a moment you're hanging out with Andrew and he's not being himself. Yeah. He's really a cool person, and honestly, like it was such a devastating moment to like have him gone.
I know, and especially it definitely changes the complexion of the season for your team, just in terms of what you guys want to do as a team together, win, lose, whatever it's going to be. Not make it till last week, but I get the impression he will be back. So I'm very excited.
He's going to be back, and he's going to be on the scene for a long time. A lot of people didn't know going into the season like who Andrew Cockle was and how good he is. And I think if you see Andrew Cockle now and you don't think that he's an elite level athlete, you're just a fool. And I'm happy he was able to show that. I know he could have shown so much more, but just the fact that he got that out of his system, I guess, is such a good moment for him, and he's only going to improve from here.
Let's do this. What is up for you next? What do you do tomorrow? You have to tell me about your gym, where you teach at. It is so cool to see you heading up a program out here in Vegas.
Yeah, and it's really cool to be a part of. I've been doing jiu-jitsu since I was 7 years old, and I've always been the student. And I think we talked about this the last time I was on your show, but it's just such a big difference being the person who's actually leading the program and trying to develop these guys. It's a big adjustment for me, but I'm nothing but grateful for it because my guys are so cool. You're not going to walk into another gym and get a better vibe than the guys I have at 10th Planet Las Vegas Southwest, and I'm so grateful for that, and I'm just excited to get them a little bit more developed and a little bit more competitive and a little bit more just of what I do.
It'll be interesting.
Not so much yelling at refs. I don't, like I said, I'm not the greatest leader as far as that goes, but these guys are cool, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
You know, it always brings new inspiration to have that group of people that you then, when you head, you're becoming the Coach Casey to those people. Yeah. So I know you're hopefully very excited to pay that forward and do that for them in the way that a lot of people have done it for you as well.
Yeah, and I had a talk with them either Thursday or Friday, but I basically said that like Coach Casey to me has always been a guy who has been like this source of wisdom and this source of like any problem I have, I feel like he could fix it. And it's a little disappointing to me because I'm not that guy. I'm not someone who you can come to me with your taxes and I can just fix it. You know, I can't. I'm not that guy.
Well, hold on.
I make up for it in a lot of ways. Like I'm passionate and I truly want what's best for my guys, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to do that.
I want to point this out. This is how you can tell. My man's already tucked in bed, but Sean sucks is the note I see here. You know, Sean, I don't think anybody thinks you suck. Anybody who saw you out here the past 15 or so matches probably got a good sense, but I love this. It says, hey, I appreciate you, bro. I try to be nice to everyone. He is. I think he is.
He's a super nice guy. He's one of the best guys that I've ever met, ever.
And I mean,
I'm so happy that he ended up on my team, and I got to meet him because he's just incredible. And now the goal is just to make sure that he wins this whole thing. Whatever I got to do to make sure that happens, whatever training sessions he needs, I'm going to make sure I do that for him.
Probably making sure he's got his chicken in, making sure you can help cook that chicken and get him home before he can start eating like a regular person again.
Sean, you need a chicken? I got you. I got this seasoning. It's called kickin' chicken. I throw that on my chicken.
Oh, the kickin' chicken?
The kickin' chicken.
I use that one as well. Oh, absolutely. It's really good. Yo. And you know what? My wife, not very good with the spices. At one point, she's like, I don't think I'm going to do that. I was like, babe, I promise you, it is the ish. You love it.
It's made for us, Sean.
So we're going to have to figure out why Sean is a doctor. I didn't know why that happened all of a sudden. Any thoughts, ideas?
I think it's from his TRT videos.
Oh, like Dr. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
And he says, I'm not a doctor.
Jesus Christ.
Started talking to me.
Oh, God.
I don't know exactly.
No, I think you're right.
I just saw the picture of him being a doctor, and I was like, that's perfect for him.
That's very funny.
Get him on any of those Dr. TV. Get him on the next season of The Pit.
Well, I can tell you this. Let's go ahead and shout out friends, family members, anybody who makes you the grappler that you are, sir.
I know my niece Peyton is watching, probably with Emerson, as well as Riley, and my brother just had a brand new baby, Jace. Very happy to have you in the family, Jace. I don't know who else in the family is watching, but Butterfly X, like I said in the interview, they treat me nothing but just the best. Like, they made me custom rash guards. They're always asking if I need anything, and it feels so cool to be a part of a team that is so supportive to what I'm doing. So, Butterfly X, thank you so much.
So I have a vision in the future. You can tell me what you think of it, yes or no.
All right, I like visions.
Okay. I feel the next time you have a tantrum and you say some stuff, I feel your actual punishment should be that you have to be the shot clock guy.
That's the thing. I never want to be the ref.
Guess what?
I've been a basketball ref, or not even a ref. Actually, a shot clock guy, controlling the clock.
Oh, wait a minute! Hold on. The origin story now checks out. What are you talking about? No wonder. This is somebody who just went deep in therapy and told you exactly what was messed up, and it's like, that's why I hate you, Dad. Wait, what? Who said that? I didn't.
No, there's a difference between making mistakes, and there's a difference between making absolutely, I'm trying not to say any words that are bad, absolutely atrocious mistakes.
Let's go to Sean so that we can put the heat on him. I also have nothing to complain about this week. Everything went so smoothly tonight. Yeah. So you guys are in good.
Someone who's a black belt and actually knows jiu-jitsu, like on the shot clock, and there's going to be mistakes here and there, but it's never going to be because they don't understand the positions, and it's never going to be because of just blatant.
Well, hold on. There was a moment where you almost put yourself on the shot clock. I thought I heard somebody say, like, put him on the shot clock as the match started. And I go, that's not how that works either.
There was, when I walked up for my first match, Brandon just threw a flag. And I looked at him and I said, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say a single word to you.
Well, Derek, all I ever want for you is to be able to do what you do best and to get out here and compete and be a professional at what you do. And I am happiest when I talk with you and you have great moments. And I'm excited for what comes next for you. I'm excited for your gym. And next time in Vegas, I want to pop by and say hello. So, sir, I hope all is great.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Derek Rayfield, everybody. All right. I think we are next going with the Kings, so I'm starting to round them up one by one. But I feel like we're supposed to do them all in one giant amount. Let me just say this, though. I have to apologize to our guest right now because it was Tim Freeman that was on the microphone tonight. And it was, can we get more seats, by the way? Yeah, thank you. You asked very politely, and as you always do, Austin, you were like, hey, can you inform Tim that's not how they say my name? So for the public record, one more time, it is Austin
Orande.
Okay, not Orande.
Everyone says Orande. It's Austin Orande.
And I once wrote it out phonetically, and I still got it wrong because I was like, oh, Randy. And I was like, no, that's not it either. But it is a nerve-wracking moment. So was Tim able to get it a little bit better later on?
Absolutely, he was. He crushed it. So I appreciate him.
And we appreciate you for telling us, because sometimes people don't know. I think there was one time where Tim was congratulating Elijah on getting his 100th sub in the PGF. And I was like, you know what? It just exists. I can't cover that. So nonetheless, what does it feel like right now in this moment for you, sir?
Man, it's a blessing to be here with my team, to have such a great performance. Today, where I went 2-1, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. Tough opponents, and I was able to get the job done, and our team secured it. It felt a little hairy there for a minute, and but we made it happen.
You know, I have to ask this for you. We talked a little bit last week when I got to see all of you guys, but you were usually in first place as a team. Was there ever a moment that you guys were nervous it might not happen?
No, I don't think we were nervous. I think we just stayed focused on the mission the whole time, one fight at a time, maximum effort. Don't worry about the outcome, because the outcome will always change. But one thing you can control is your effort level. Coach Ricky preached it. Mr. Kevin preached it. The Mantis preached it, our lovely GM. So with everyone saying that day in and day out, it's pretty easy to not worry about the outcome and just worry about the effort level.
So this has become kind of a tradition in the post-match, post-event series where somehow there are team members who decide they're done with their rash guards. Sometimes there are people who show up still suited up. And then there's the bear.
He's a lion now.
No, sorry, he's a lion now. So is this a lion costume now?
Heck yeah.
Oh, shit.
For the Kings, baby.
Well, of course, but I'm used to this man being in a bear costume. When did you buy this, sir?
Recently.
He barely believes that it's going to go.
You bear. Okay, I am with you. Everybody here is going to get an at-bat. Hold on. But, by the way, he is blocking a lot of the light that I did need him to block, so this is working perfectly for me.
You gotta stay there the whole time.
Austin, for you, crowning moment, favorite moment of the season.
Man, winning the team, being here with the team, knowing that it doesn't just change my life, right? It's not just my house down payment. It's goes to JJ, CJ, Chewy, Jet, Flaketti. It helps everyone here. So just knowing that we put in all that hard work, we blood, sweat, and tears every single day, and it paid off for everyone.
So hold on, don't overwork yourself yet. There's a lot of you that still have to go on camera. If you overflex now, we don't build.
Man, if I look like this guy, if I look like Jet Thompson, I would have my shirt off right now.
That's fair.
That's the reason I have my shirt on, because I would feel bad if I took it off.
Hey, you know what? Last week when he flexed, I literally took some of the gains off of him, and it looked better for me. So I was happy about that.
Here, I would still have my shirt on.
Yeah, this is a fact.
Oh, so is Cam out with the family right now?
Yes.
Cam, we love you. We know Cam had his family out here. It was incredible to see. Had some great moments, so we understand he has his. Oh, that's right.
Happy birthday, Penelope.
By the way, what a great moment for Cam to have 2 team titles now. So shout out to him. You said it was there. I want to do this. I'm going to switch things around. So I'm going to come back and forth. I'm going to bring you on, CJ, real quick. Switch you on over this way. CJ, you're holding the cup right now. What does this moment feel like, holding this cup, and what does that mean to you?
It means to me that what I already knew, that these are the best guys here. I couldn't ask for better brothers. A lot of people use that like kind of cliche, like, oh yeah, that guy's my brother, that guy's my brother. We all live together for the most part. I spent a lot of time pretty much every day with JJ last season, so he was already my little bro coming in. I've known Jet since he was 15. Flaketti was one of my training partners last season. Austin's been a guy I've been looking up to since forever. So just to be able to be a part of something incredible like this, I can't even imagine a better team, to be honest. So, I mean, we have already forgot about my matches. The Kings did everything they needed to, and I'm just so lucky to be here. So.
CJ, for you, what is your favorite moment of this season with this team?
Well, I'm going to say the same thing I said when we were on your podcast, bro. Chewy. Watching Chewy. I mean, watching JJ get his more points today than he collected last season. Just like there's so many things, like just being a part of a real team, having home-cooked meals. Like it felt like I was at my mom's house pretty much the whole time. So shout out to Lindsay. She was incredible. But yeah, I just like, yeah.
I like that he got an ovation for just showing up.
Yeah, that's how much Chewy means to us. If it wasn't for Chewy, I wouldn't have got to play today. So I'm just so grateful for everybody here. And yeah, like I said, I don't care about my matches. The whole season was incredible.
You know what I was telling your dad? And he was walking around.
I'm sure it was.
So there's a moment, we make eye contact, we chat, as I was like, I just don't want to be the first match against you after this experience, because look at this assembly of team members that you have. I know how good you both got off of this, and we just only saw a fragment of it this evening.
45 seconds or something.
But to me, it's like, dude, you being the main training partner for Jet and having to give him all those rounds, and like, it's not fun to volunteer and say, oh, cool, Jet wants to work back control with me.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time
Tight.
with Jet's forearms around my face.
But what but you know what though? It paid off for the team. A lot of great work here. But then for us, I guess what I like seeing last week with you guys, just the closeness that you guys had. So just even when we were, doing the podcast, getting to see you guys tell jokes to each other on the side, I was like, that's a real friendship. So I really appreciated getting to see that. And I think that's something you take away from the experience.
It's amazing to actually feel like you have a part of this. So JJ, everybody, we all have a part of this. And it's just so incredible. Like last year to this year, we're moving on up.
I love that. Well, let's switch on in. JJ, you're going to come on over this way. So, JJ, take a seat over here. I want to get this very clear to you. I know you messed up your phone today. Of all days, why would you mess up your phone on the day you're going to win a big, big thing?
I have no idea. I dropped it in the shower, and then now it just keeps turning off randomly. So I promise I'm going to get back to every single person that texts me or posts me or anything involved with the Kings. I'm 100% invested, but my phone is not.
All right, let's talk about this. The very first 6 points for you.
Ever.
What did that feel like out here today?
It's one of those moments where you just you were fully confident in yourself. I was, and I knew exactly the game plan that I needed to do in order to execute what I needed. And just hearing the crowd pop, it was fantastic. I can't express the amount of pride that went into that moment, and being able to support my teammates right after that and right before it. It's the best camaraderie throughout these guys that I've ever witnessed in my life.
Well, you also cut a great promo after, so that was cool to see. Your promo skills have gotten better. You aren't just screaming for money bags, which is good. But I was also very happy to see you get this great amount of opportunities to show what you're good at. Now, I have to ask, you have some blood on the shoulder. Where did that come from?
I think it came from my second match. My opponent started bleeding on the mat. There was a minute intermission, so the camera panned to me, and I hit a quick flex. And then right after that, I went out there and passed his guard and gave the Kings 6 more points. So I think it came from his nose.
Fair enough. Thank you for giving that. I've been asking everybody their favorite moment. What has been your favorite moment of the season thus far?
Man, my favorite moment was just kind of being in every moment possible. Like, it was not like I could isolate one thing. It's this entire team, the coaching, everything about it just made it such like a happy experience. And not going to my plan is probably the best thing that could have happened to me. I just know that I was going in here ready to go and happy to go, but any adversity that happened, I was excited.
I'm sorry. You know what just kind of occurred to me?
What happened?
I'm just looking at the scene behind me, and I realized this is like you took some acid, and this is like,
bro,
this is like a vision somebody's having.
Right, this is the best team to be on. It doesn't matter what you think.
Legitimately looking behind me and being like, wait, what did I smoke? Oh my God. Okay, fair enough. Let's do this. I'm going to swap you out. Jared, come on over this way. I'm sad to lose the blockage here. So you need to replace him. Hand off the cup to him, sir. Thank you. Okay, Jared, I love the attention to detail here. I love this outfit. Again, you said you recently got it. For you, the main question we have, same as everybody else, what did it feel like to win this with this group of guys?
Yeah, it's been pretty phenomenal. Yeah, such a cool group of guys. When you just like hang out with people and you just kind of become one like unit. It's pretty special the way that we roll together, the way that we're hanging out, the way that we're just. It's one of those things where it's just like such a new beginning to life, because it's like these guys are going to be homies for forever. It's like I can't wait to watch every single one of these guys just absolutely crush it in life, because that's exactly what they're going to do, because they're winners.
For you, did you have a favorite moment from the season, sir?
You think I was kind of like thinking about this. The moment with 2 seconds left where Chewy submitted Sam was pretty dope.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
So that was why was that your favorite?
Oh man, I mean, it's just like we're, just kind of really get to know Chewy and what he's about, and we knew he was special and all this stuff, and like, it wasn't really dependent on whether he was winning or not, but for him to just be winning the way that he does, it just shows so much heart and just shows so much character and all that stuff. So it was just like, it was just really meaningful for the whole team, and I think it just made a really big difference for our performances, and just, yeah.
For you, what is next, sir?
So I'll be in Subversive at the end of May. I'll be going
Wink, that one's mine.
Yeah. I'm got my girl moving into town, and we're gonna take a road trip. So, Jack, I love you. yeah, we're just life is just keeps moving, and just gonna keep fighting, keep training, keep doing the thing.
Here's why I'm happy for you. I know that the winning for you is also going to afford some great opportunities for you to do outreach. You've been so very clear that you want to help as many people as possible, and I really am happy to see the people who you're going to be able to help with
Yeah,
this.
for sure. I mean, I'm in school right now, studying psychology, and still working with veterans, still doing the plant medicine thing, and just really excited to keep that moving, keep the train moving. So
You keep moving, and we're going to give you your props. Let's move on over. Jet, come on over next, sir. Okay, and I did get a note here from Jiu-Jitsu Panda who wanted to point out CJ doing Battle Rama next week, correct?
What'd you say?
You're doing Battle Rama or Battle Rama next week?
Battle Rama next week. Oh.
Are you?
Oh, maybe I am.
Oh, okay. I was like, bro. Hold on. He would know, and if he didn't know, I was going to be very concerned. I was about to be like, medic, CTE check, please.
Hey, bro, we might need that. Oh.
Jet, no stranger to this moment. For you, what does it feel like to do this with this team?
Oh, man, it's just so great. It's been I have said it the whole time. This has been the most wonderful team I could possibly have ever asked for. They've been not just all these guys here, but just the staff, the coaches, all the ladies helping out with everything. So it's truly a blessing to be on a team like this.
How good does it feel when you hear people saying they don't just have the team's back, but now that they're going into playoffs, it's like they got your back, they got Chewy's back going into the playoffs? How does it feel to have that support?
Man, it's just amazing. It's just, I can't say enough. It's just a blessing to be able to have the support systems that we have.
Because what's really nice is there's 3 of you that are going to the playoffs, and like there is no accident about that. You guys had incredible moments, but you also had members, and we want to make sure we acknowledge, you had members of the starting 5 that were all in the top 10. So it was like lots of people pulling their weight and really creating this moment. So for you, do you have a favorite moment from the season?
Man, I think just having a prayer-led team has been my favorite thing. Before and after every practice, before and after every block, it's truly like a game changer and such a blessing to have not just like one person or 2 people on a team, but to have a whole team who's dedicated to it like that. It's like one of my favorite verses. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. It's Hebrews 12:1. So I feel like we did a really good job of encompassing that as a team.
Have you received notes from the parents, because they were in the chat, and your mom, I believe, was saying that you may have bypassed a record, that she was claiming that you bypassed Ryan Akins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he scored 51 and I scored 64.
Well, hey, congratulations on that. That is an impressive feat, Jet. I mean, going out there, I hope people understand it's not easy to do what you do. You just sometimes make it look easy, because there's some really tough talent that is out there, and it sometimes looks effortless. So kudos to you and your training partners, because it really does show out here. So I guess the question is, what is next for you, sir?
Well, I have PGF, the finale next week, and then I have ACC trials week after that. And I don't know if I can announce it yet, but I have something cooking in May. Something big cooking in May. I got a UFC BJJ match.
Hey!
I won't say who it's with, but
That's okay. We can say.
And then I'm probably going to be on Who's Number One in June as well.
I mean, listen, let's just say this, dude. You deserve it, and I think people should expect to see somebody like you on those cards. So I'm happy to know that they will be well suited with you. So thank you very much, Jet, and congratulations. But again, good luck to you and Austin next week. But I think it's time to bring on the most beloved member of the group. Chewy's coming on right now. Chewy. Yes, I will definitely need you. Come on over this way.
Chewy, do the thing.
Either way,
Yeah, buddy.
hold on.
Yeah, buddy.
If you want to, hold on. let's go ahead and can you pull that closer to her? I'm not sure exactly how that'll work. Yeah, I think that works. Okay.
I showed Chewy Ronnie Coleman videos. He's
Oh.
a fan now.
Oh,
I
hilarious,
asked him
hilarious.
to do the yell.
Can you do the Ronnie Coleman yell?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Go ahead and take a seat over this way if it is easy enough for you. Okay.
So maybe.
Chewy,
Let me scoot in.
Dígame.
Tell me.
what does this moment feel like to you winning this championship, and what does it mean to your family both here and at home?
¿Cómo se siente ganar este campeonato y también qué es la importancia para ti, tu familia aquí, pero también en tu familia en tu casa?
Es una gran pregunta, la verdad. La verdad es que se siente muy bien. O sea, se siente muy bien porque estoy haciéndolo con el equipo y la verdad es que siento que puedo hacer un buen trabajo y puedo desempeñarme bien. No solamente por mí, sino igual por ellos. Entonces, me siento bien y me siento bien por mi familia también, porque pues al final del día esto puede ayudarnos. Entonces, creo que vamos yo creo que sí voy a poder a hacer lo que tengo pensado. Entonces, pues me siento muy feliz, la verdad.
That was a lot. So
We'll take it bit by bit.
Great, awesome. So he said that that's a great question, that it's been an amazing opportunity to be here with the entire team and to create the relationships he's created with them, and as well as this is going to be a big thing for, his family at home as well, and that he was able to give it his all and keep going.
Have you talked to your family back at home, and if so, what was their reaction?
¿Has hablado con tu familia? Y si sí, ¿qué fue su reacción?
La verdad es que solamente he hablado con ellos porque me preguntaron cómo estaba. Entonces estaban como preocupados por mí, de que yo estuviera bien. Pero ahorita ellos están dormidos, entonces no creo que sepa qué están haciendo.
He said he's only really talked to them because they called him to make sure that he was okay.
For sure.
So they were more worried than anything. But right now they're asleep, so they probably don't even realize that. They don't realize that.
Do you think they knew before they went to sleep, or is this going to be a surprise in the morning?
¿Tú crees que sabían ya que el equipo iba a ganar antes de dormirse, o tú crees que va a ser sorpresa en la mañana?
No, yo creo que sí. Yo no creo que, o sea, ya sabían cómo estaba esto, entonces yo creo que sí ya sabían.
Yeah, they already kind of knew. They already
Like,
had it feeling.
yeah, he's doing it. It's fine. Okay, fair enough. Everybody here loves you, and they've all said why they love you. Why do you love them? Like, what about this team makes you love everybody here?
Todo el equipo han dicho, cada persona han hablado de ti y han dicho cuánto te quieren. ¿Verdad? En serio? Es que he didn't even. I wasn't interpreting for him when they were speaking, so he didn't realize that they were talking about him.
Oh, wow.
I love you a todos. So I told them the first part. The second part was,
why do you love everybody here? Because all we ever hear from them is that they love you. I want to hear why you love this group of
él quiere
people.
saber por qué tú los quieres a ellos, porque todo lo que han escuchado es cuando te quieren a ti, pero todavía no han escuchado de ti porque los quieren a ellos, pues.
Okay, pues la verdad es que yo respeto mucho a las personas que tienen el mismo objetivo que yo. Entonces yo creo que ellos están en una mejor posición que yo. Entonces, no solamente los quiero, o los amo, también los respeto. Entonces respeto a todos ellos. Entonces yo creo que cuando los conocí me trataron muy bien todos. Entonces no hay razón por qué no quererlos. ¿Me entienden? Entonces era fácil quererlos.
Yeah. So he said for him, it was not just that he loved them or loved being around them. It was also he really respected them. And he felt that they had like more than him. And so they became almost this, God, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say that he idolized them, but like he saw them as like he respected them enough as somebody that he looked up to, and at the same time, you know, that it wasn't just that again that he just loved being around them, but also that he respected them and he looked up to them.
Last question. How are you going to celebrate tonight?
¿Cómo vas a celebrar hoy en la noche?
Tacos.
Tacos El Gordo?
Yeah.
No, we know.
Tacos El Gordo, patrocíname, por favor.
He just asked Tacos is going to sponsor him.
No, hey, wait, hold on. Tacos El Gordo. Hold on, no. Tacos El Gordo. I have to tell you, this is the man to sponsor.
Yeah.
And this guy's also going to try and jump in on it. A good combo. I'm just letting you know.
The whole team, baby.
The whole team. Tacos El Gordo. You want to really get behind this team because it's the Las Vegas Kings. So this is the home turf of this winning team that has a championship. So tacos help them win. Also, I'm not a part of them officially, but I would like to be included in that as well because I enjoy tacos. Gents, I just want to say this. Congratulations to everybody here. This was an incredible feat. You did such great work. You have so much to be proud of. And the journey isn't over yet for 3 of you guys, which means it's not done for all of you guys. So congratulations to you. I can't wait to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Las Vegas Kings, your champs of the 2026 season. Congrats. Great work, everybody. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you so
Congrats.
much. Oh, thank you.
Congrats. Yeah, take that, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you, babe.
Bye.
Wait over there.
I love
Like
you a
that.
todos.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We have one more interview yet to do, just to let y'all know. Still appreciate you guys. Feel free to go ahead and shoot us your questions into the comment section. It has been an incredible past few days. But right now, I'm pulling on a gentleman who I've wanted to talk to, but then last week looked like the Unabomber playing poker at a table, and I got sad because that meant you weren't going to be able to go ahead and compete last week. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brett Moyer.
Sadly, you know, stuff happens, but we're back. Finished the season strong and just blessed. What a great season.
Can I get a qualifying question here? I have only just learned that you wear a purple belt. I would have been fooled. I thought that you were performing at a higher rate. I didn't put you at a purple belt, especially a brand new purple belt, at one of the hardest competitions there is. You looked at home here, and what I really appreciated about what you were doing, and this is maybe giving kayfabe away, you did a great job of cutting a promo and then being one of the most respectful human beings to each of the people. And I feel like that's a hard mix because people only do one or the other.
Thank you.
So you did a great job there, man.
It's true. I respect all my opponents. You know, I mean, everything aside, and it's like I have even more respect after a season, seeing how good of people they are and seeing how, dude, everybody's so good. Everybody's so good. Holy crap, the top 15 is insane. And it's like, yeah, it's just all due respect to those guys. They're such nice people and such good people to compete against. It's like, I feel like this pool of like top 15, top 20 guys just have respect for each other because they know how stressful it is, like, and just how good each other are and how much it takes to get to that level. To go back to what you said, though, yeah, I kind of like going into this season when people have been asking me how long I've been doing jiu-jitsu for, I've had to poker face it. So I didn't want people to think there was a weakness because I've only been training for 4.5 years. But this is almost like my second life. Like I told myself as I was moving into this life, it's like I'm dead, but now I'm back to life Iller because it's like I lived a whole nother life before this. Since the time I was 7 years old, so my mom passed away when I was 8. Like right before she passed away, I was like set in my head, I'm going to the NFL. I'm going to be a massive star. And that ended up getting cut short, sadly. It's like, it's super political. I had 2 knee surgeries and it's like, you just kind of get written off after that. So I was like, I just made that thing to myself. I was like, it's almost just like a whole new person. That person's dead. I'm back to life Iller. Like literally, I'm just a better version of myself. It's like Brett 2.0, I was calling myself. And I always knew if something happened to football, I'm going to transition to MMA because it was my favorite sport to watch. And this is just like the iller version of MMA for me. I noticed I started seeing a lot of success in this sport early, and I feel like this new generation of jiu-jitsu progresses really fast because we have a lot of, this is the honest truth, we have a lot of resources. 10 years ago, there's no way I would have been able to get this good this quick. Don't get me wrong. This took crazy amount of sacrifices to be in this position. I've lost a lot of relationships being in this with people that I came up with people that family members with, I've had to repatch a lot of relationships. When they tell you before you get into this, you have to make sacrifices to get here, you don't realize what those are going to be until you're there. And it's like, I've paid a lot of sacrifices for this. My family's paid a lot of sacrifices for this. And it's just like, it's cool. Everything's full circle now. It's like, I feel like this is my introduction to the top of the sport.
Well, in your rookie season here, I wanted to pay compliments because part of the reason why I wanted to give you props for being a purple belt, I'm a purple belt as well, so don't worry. But part of the reason why I wanted to give you props was belts don't matter here. It's how do you perform? And one thing that you did right off the bat was you were going aggressively, and one could argue you putting up points in that first week was critical to the Wolverines' heartbeat. They kept getting worried that they were going to be called the Thunders. They kept wondering that it just wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. And you respectably were able to end with a lot more points. But I really do feel like a lot of that came from that early onset of you getting some points and really getting some respect out there. And then even to today, when you did make your return, you pulled Kevin Beering, not an easy person to pull. And you were taking it to him on leg locks that I think most people wouldn't play that game. So even if you're watching you from afar, there is a respect of, hey, man, you are coming out here as a competitor.
Thank you.
I want to kind of get an impression from you, though. Did you have any highlights or favorite moments from this season?
I think the match with Derek was fun.
I also wondered how that was going to go because y'all are teammates.
Know each other well.
And you know each other well. And he's battling his demons live every Wednesday night. And yet he's somebody who's near and dear to you as well. So it's kind of one of those things where you want to put on a show, but you do want to still win.
100%. I'd say my favorite moments, though, of course, yeah. Battling my teammate, a good friend, good training partner, was just weird because we know each other's games. So it's just like you're looking out for stuff a couple steps ahead. First off, shout out to the East Coast. I know it's like 1-something back there. Everybody's watching from the East Coast. You guys are the best. Highlights of the season, though, I was very worried about facing Travis Haven because he's so dangerous in just like randomly. He's randomly dangerous. He sneaks up on you in places that you don't expect. I think getting a belly down, seriously good straight ankle lock against him. He was a #1 draft pick. He was taken for so much money. I think he's a purple belt too, but I feel like me, him, and Noah McCauley in here, I feel like we're 3 of the best purple belts in the world.
You're not lying. I mean, it's some good folks. And I mean, Travis is a dog, and you knew that you had to do a certain kind of finish for him because
roll him to sleep.
Literally. He's a difficult boy to roll with because he's very tricky. You mess up 1 second, all of a sudden you think you have him in truck, and he finds an inside heel hook, and it just shows what a high IQ he has. So I knew it would be good for you in those moments. But what I really liked was no matter what happened, you never let it get to you, and you were just trying to perform. Even when the team wasn't performing, even when they didn't get the results they wanted, you really were trying to give us highlights and moments. And it can be discouraging, and it can be very difficult for those of us on the sidelines to be like, damn, dude, kid's in a rough spot. There's not much you can do other than just say like, hey, acknowledge when they do something well, because you never know when it's going to happen again. And you even having highlights in your first year in is pretty dope. So I guess the question is, do you come back?
I'm going to be back as soon as I can. So there's rumors about next season, and just know if those rumors are true, I'm already looking into ways to prepare my body the best way I can, like physically, to be here for next season. My goal is to be on the next season that I'm capable of being on. The next season that I'm like capable of being in that weight class range, I'll 100% be back. This is my main focus in jiu-jitsu right now, is competing on PGF. I just want to say this. All the franchises, I was extremely impressed with how professional they were. The Kings coming out every week dressed very professionally, acting very professionally. The way that our team took care of us, the way that the Wolverines took care of us, this is very, very close to other serious pro sports. Everybody might not see that yet, but between the sponsorships and everything, it's like, I think this is the pinnacle of jiu-jitsu at the moment. I really do. I believe in the next year or two, it's just going to be no doubt that PGF is the biggest thing. It's just like, I really hope. I love the Colorado Wolverines and their franchise. I hope I get that franchise player. I want to be it. I want to be a face of franchise. I said that seconds after I got drafted was, hey, you guys put up money for me. I'm going to be a face of this franchise. And I'm going to do everything I can to stand on that. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I have many more interviews. Here.
I mean, you know that you have this great ability to really get people involved. Like right now, I see a couple notes here. It says, Peter Campbell, let's go, Brett. The resurrection arc is in motion.
Yes,
and then it says, can't wait to watch Brett in future season. It was super enjoyable to watch him compete this year. That's from our Australian counterparts who are going to be running some PGF feeder programs that are going to come out that way. So it's cool to have that respect from people who are really big fans of this whole show here, and knowing that you win them over, you're going to be a made man. Like, it's hard to explain. Sometimes when I tell my students, I'll be like, you're a made man in jiu-jitsu. And they're like, what does that mean? It's just like, you're over with the crowd. You don't have to do harder work. You just have to make sure you do better work. 100%. And then when they start realizing, it's like, people are going to cheer for you and you won't know why. It'll just feel like, where'd you guys show up from? And I feel like you're on the beginnings of that. What is coming up next for you? I know you mentioned PGF later, but like, what do you have coming up after this, sir?
So I haven't been home. I'm from Pennsylvania. I moved out here 2.5 years ago to train under Andy and Casey, and they're the reason that I'm sitting here right now. Them, Kaylin, my parents are the reason I'm sitting here right now. If you don't have people in your corner, it's going to be very hard to make it to the top. You have to have a group of people that support you and that want it for you just as bad as you do. I'm going to go home to Pennsylvania. So I haven't been back in a while. I'm going to spend 2-3 weeks just kind of mentally taking everything in. And when I train at 10th Planet Las Vegas, every round's a scrap against really good people in the best of the world. I look forward to going home and just kind of digesting everything, taking some notes, working on stuff with the people I started with, and then coming back and testing it against all the best people in the world, and then going from there. I plan on being back for, I can't say it. I know too much.
Okay. Hold on. We gotta shut him down, everybody.
Yeah.
Something's happening. He might be around for something.
Be in somebody's camp here, man, JJ. I'm gonna be back in May to help Andy
for something.
In Andy's camp, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Which I'm looking forward to. So I'm gonna be back.
By the way, congratulations, Andy, on the new addition to the family.
Oh my God. Happy April Fools.
No, I know. Don't do that. Listen, I hate April Fools so much, but I will say, April Fools are self-deprecating, and him being like, hey, everybody, we got a new Venero. And I was like, who's adding this? And then he has like a photo where he's trying to sell it to you of a lady knocked up. And it's like, well, sir, one, I don't believe you. But two, if you can imagine this dude doing backflips on the mats here, I think the way you tell that story is, I think he flew off something in order to get somebody pregnant right now. So that was what I was going to run with. But instead, I just say, you had the only April Fool's joke I laughed at, Andy.
Yeah, that was a good one. Andy, that shit was crazy.
But you'll be helping him in some regard in the near future, yes.
Yeah, that's just what I plan on coming back for. I know he's got a big camp coming up that I plan on using new skills that I'm going to develop and take away from this season. And I feel like that'll just be a good time for me to test it out. Because if I'm being honest, those rounds when I'm in his camps are like when I truly grow for competition settings. Like, obviously you can work techniques and you can work little details all the time in training. Those are like actual serious competition rounds.
Oh, for sure.
Ready for this, you know, I mean, it's like he's probably top 3 at that weight class in the world, and it's like there's nothing better to get ready for.
Well, it's also okay. Take away him being top 3 in the room. That man is a Tasmanian devil, but he's also technical. So it's one of those things where he can think it so fast that you get the competition reps that matter. Yes. You know, doing it in live practice, okay, that's cool. All right, great. You have a bad day there, that's teaching you how to compete. That's literally telling you like, hey man, that same feeling you get, it's hard to replicate this. Andy can do that for you. And not many people have that in their rooms.
That's very true. That's very true. So when we talk about me being here as a purple belt, it's like I moved to Vegas as a blue belt, and as much as I developed in these last 2.5 years is like 8 years of progression. And that's just the honest truth. And that's a lot. Thank you, Casey, because I feel like he kind of scouted me right away and noticed as soon as I was in the room that I was going to be useful to the higher level guys, and he threw me in there with them right away, which, you know, you don't usually do.
Absolutely.
I was a blue belt for less than a year, and, you know, I mean, that's progressed me truthfully like 8 years. It's just truthful. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, sir. I would love for you to do shout outs. The camera's over there. You know, thank people, friends, family. I think your dad has been watching us the most on Twitter. Yeah. And is like an active fan. And not only just your stuff, actually will like stuff for other people, awesome, even outside of the PGF. So is he a sports column writer?
So yes, my dad has a really big following. Like I talked about my past life being in football and trying to make it to the NFL. I grew up with my dad as a serious football coach. And it was cool because I got to grow up around pro athletes. I got to grow up around serious athletes. And I got to grow up with, obviously it was tough. He was hard on me. It's stuff that you complain about when you're in high school, but it's the stuff that like, I wouldn't be in this position if he wasn't like, you're not going out. He's like, you want to go to the gym? We can go to the gym. He's like, you're not going out though. He's like, your friends, they're not playing D1. He's like, you want to play D1? He's like, you're not going out. We can go to the gym. So it's like, spent most of high school, you know what I mean? Yeah, I partied, I messed around, but focused and locked in on a serious diet, serious weight training program since the time I was in like 7th grade. So yeah, all that stuff aside, my dad's got some unrealistic amount of followers on Twitter. He's a great, if you're into football at all, he covers college football like nobody in the world. He's got, serious big Twitter following, and go check him out. Go check him out on Twitter. Aside of that, he's a huge supporter, and since the time I became an athlete till now, it's like my whole family is starting to learn jiu-jitsu and everything. They're just such big supporters of me. Good. It's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, my dad's a huge supporter. Go check him out. Go follow him. He's a great guy. I'm looking forward to, once again, the last like 2 years, I haven't really been able to spend time with my family, but it's like, that's a sacrifice. Like they're not mad about it because like they'd rather watch me on TV than have me in the basement. You know what I mean?
Does help when you have a father who not only is a sports fan,
wants it worse than you do,
but is a sports historian, a sports columnist. Right. It's a little different because he understands this is the life. Right. It's like, you know, hey, when I tell my wife, I'm like, guess who's going to Vegas for 7 weeks? It's fun. I'm going to drive and, you know, be here. In many different respects, somebody else would be like, that's insane. But my wife's like, yo, you're good at this. I believe you. Go do it. However, don't love when you're gone. You know, and you're thinking about that and you say like, hey, we all do our things because we want to be the best at what we do. And that's why when we're all here, we all get super excited when big moments happen. Even when it's like, damn, that's against my team. Oh, that sucks, but that was really cool. Much like when you went up to Sean and you're like, yo, man, go back to being an influencer because this shit sucks.
That was insane. Yeah, shout out Sean Melanson. I did not think he was as good as he was. Holy crap, that dude's like top 5 in this weight class. So it's like, yeah, that guy's as good as they get. But on the note of my family, I was bred into like a pro athlete type of situation, I feel like. Stepmom was a cheerleading coach for like 20 years, so I was consistently around and at a collegiate level, so I was consistently around high level collegiate play. Dad coached whole time growing up. Then my mom, you know, I mean, who my birth mom was a D1 and an Olympic swimmer, so it's like pro athlete or bust in my opinion. It's like normal job, go after yourself. I don't care. I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die in my parents' basement if, you know what I mean, don't have any money rotting away, being told you're not good at anything, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen. I'm a pro athlete. I'm gonna be successful at it. It's like I didn't get here the way I thought I was gonna get here. I thought if you would have told me 10 years ago, I'd been like, there's no doubt I'm in the NFL. But I'm here. I'm in a spot where I feel like I deserve to be, and it's like I'm just looking forward to coming back and putting on, being one of those top 5 guys, one of those Melancons, one of those Elijah Carltons, one of those Beerings, one of those Jet Thompsons. It's like I saw what it takes. I saw the adjustments I have to make. I think a year from now, we're gonna be having this conversation. We're gonna be talking about next week. We're gonna be talking about the playoffs. So I'm a firm believer in that. The season didn't go exactly as planned, but this helped me be able to make seasons in the future go exactly as planned. I believe that.
I think you're right. I think
Appreciate that.
a rookie season is important to have here because then once you've seen it and you felt it, you know what it's like to succeed a little bit, and then you want to replicate that. You want to get back to being that
100%.
Successful again. And really having a goal to chase really is a dangerous thing to a lot of men. So for you, congratulations on that. And I am here to tell you, I think you're quite good. So
Thank you.
I want to see what you do next.
Thank you, bro.
I have to tell you this, though. There is only one thing I'm going to caveat. I don't think we've rolled. I come to Vegas every once in a while. So I was trying to rack my brain. I was like, I just remembered somebody tall at Vegas once I rolled with.
Okay.
And I was like, who the hell is this kid? Why is he tall? First of all, tall people suck to roll with, period.
Yeah.
But I realized this. I have to roll with him sooner than later because of how quickly he's going to get good.
Get on now.
What I need to figure out is if I do happen to do well in a roll with you, I have to have a celebration that I do against you because I'm not going to do it here, but I'm literally 100%. I'm trying to figure out, do I do a bow and arrow? Do I do this? I don't try to take people's shit.
You can't take, if any of mine get taken, all those are trademarked. I swear to jiu-jitsu community, if you guys steal my celebrations now, you got to shout me out or else you can't take them.
This dude's trying to be Salt Bay and legitimately needs a little work on the miming, but I don't know, maybe I'm cooking
That went
dinner.
viral. Do you know how many pictures there are of me going like this? It went so viral though.
I want you to define jiu-jitsu viral to me right now.
Jiu-jitsu viral is it sticks with you. Do you know how many people have brought up Salt Bay to me?
No.
You just did. I think you're probably, I don't know how many this week, but it's like jiu-jitsu viral. It's like what? I had so many, every single time I touched a camera in the beginning, it went viral. The draft. Where they called me Bulletproof. I didn't even come up with that nickname.
Hey, the fact that you came with the vest that was bulletproof.
I told you I was going to.
You said you were going to do something.
Told you I was going to snap on the draft.
It definitely was memorable. The hard part for me is I am a big believer of I should only roast you, not end you. And you wearing a bulletproof jacket?
It's hard to end somebody with a bulletproof jacket. How are you going to do that? You're going to shoot over my head?
No, you just shoot him in the head. This is what I love when everybody's like, how do you kill Batman? I'm like, the face. What is wrong with you guys? No, this goon shows up there and I go, he's a kid. Let's get him some money. Let's shut up and not do anything. And then I said, oh, he's going to have to deal with egg. That's already pain enough. But nonetheless, I felt like you had a great debut season. I'm excited for what's next. And one of these days when I come back to Vegas, I'm going to hit you up and we'll definitely get some rounds.
Of course, if I'm in SoCal, we'll have to link up.
Well, I mean, hold on.
I should be there for trials.
As a reminder, I'm going to be coming to Vegas actually. Then.
For trials?
Yeah,
You're
so
doing
go
an
to WrestleMania.
opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey,
That's
listen,
cool. That's
bro,
cool.
Let me point it out to you guys. I would be there if they did media, but they do not do media for ADCC. Yeah. Apparently, they don't like interviews, which is really dumb.
Yeah, what?
Like, hey,
what?
Hey, I'm one of 5 people interested in you winning. You want to talk to me? Oh, what? You don't want someone to interview somebody because jiu-jitsu's a secret?
I was just saying.
Smart idea.
Probably, too, a lot of the jiu-jitsu guys don't do very good in interviews. I personally feel that way, but
they do when they have the right person helping them.
I agree. PGF is different than the rest of everything else, so you guys have kind of bred us. This is like my 80th interview this season. It's like if you're not good by now, by week 5, get off the sticks, bro.
I'll just tell you this much. It breaks my heart. I would love to go do that, but when I found out, I had already bought tickets for WrestleMania. A few of my friends go and get drunk and enjoy ourselves.
Heck yeah.
And it's a great show. And by the way, I steal things from WrestleMania 4 shows that I produce.
Oh, that's sick.
So I'm super stoked for that. But
Super
for this
cool.
thing, I literally looked and I go, oh, maybe I would be there for the open day. And I was like, maybe I'm going to come a little bit later. So a couple of my students are like, hey, is there an ADCC open? Not for you.
Not for you.
I was like, I can go, but
I can't believe you're not going to trials. You're right there.
What's the point?
Yeah,
if I'm
you're
not
allowed.
going to interview people,
Right.
I'm
Right.
going to go have fun.
Right. You have
I
any
literally told somebody.
students that could go day 2, you think?
Bro, no. My students are
That's fine, then.
babies.
That's
They're
fine, then.
starting off. You know what? Like, listen, dude. I literally threatened a homie who's got an academy who just said he's going to the local Naga next week. And I was like, yo, if I see you coaching better than me,
This is your job now,
throwing
son.
hands.
Yeah.
He's a fighter, so he's like, oh, I hope not, sir, because I would throw heads back. I was like, that's all right, man. I don't give a shit. But nonetheless,
yeah.
Brett, I'm going to let you get on out of here. Thank you for being
Appreciate
patient. But I want to point this out to you. You were on my radar to bring on the show, especially in week 4. I had it where I was like, I'm going to bring him on to give you the props. And then you were sick. And then I said, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you if you're actually sick because I need to stay healthy here. But I wanted to make sure you got your proper exit interview.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you a lot.
Much
sir.
respect. Likewise.
Okay.
Likewise.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Peace out, PGF.
Let's do this. Let's get out of here. Ladies and gents, that's going to wrap up the post show here at the PGF. That's going to kill it for the season. But I got news for you guys. Next week, we're going to be back here for the playoffs, and this is the way it works. Before you see the playoffs, you're going to hang out with us for the pre-show. Myself, Tim Freeman, live, not virtual, with terrible graphics. You're going to hang out with us for a little bit, and then you're going to watch the playoffs with some additional fun things that I have heard may happen. Can't confirm or deny them, but can say fun things may be ahead. So you're going to watch that, and then you're going to hang out with us for the official post-show where Tim will be able to hang out longer. Ladies and gents, I think this is my cue to get on out of here. We appreciate you guys for supporting and loving everybody all season, and we're going to do it again one more time next week. But for right now, thank you so much for watching. It has been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.